secret spot to evade my dishwashing duties, and I figured might as well get some things written down. Me and the other Texans and Tejanos are still huddled up in this tiny little fort they call the Alamo. It's early February 1836, and it's the kind of bitter cold that burns you before you can even feel it. The Mexicans should reach us any day now, and everyone's trying to act all calm about it, but I got the feeling they're just faking it. I do it too. On the outside, I'm like, hey, how are things down by the water? But on the inside, I'm like, So anyway, a few weeks, maybe months ago, some Tejano families came to live in the fort with us. It took me a while, but from bits and pieces I've gathered from here and there, after this, they volunteered to help us with this inevitable battle coming up. I'm not thinking we're going to need all the help we can get. The conditions here are terrible, and I hope we get some new supplies soon, although there isn't much chance of that. The rations are so watered down, the soup is 10 parts water and 0 parts soup. If you can get your hands on some water, you'll be dang lucky if it's clean, let alone unbacklost. And the only food for mouths is our beef that tastes more like cow crap than cow meat. Legend has it, one of the guys down here at the Alamo risked his neck one fateful night to find some decent food. He hiked all day and night and camped by day in the treetops. After a few weeks, he camped up with some Mexican troop camps. That night, he waited and waited for the soldiers to fall asleep, and when he did, he leapt from the trees onto the hard rocky ground and raced over to the Mexican food supplies. At this point, he was so ravaged by starvation he scarfed any food he saw, and after about 5 minutes of stuffing his face, he realized this wasn't no fly. So he gathered up a bunch of goods and hid in the outhouse on the outskirts of the camp, and there he fell asleep until the next morning. He woke up and found that he had fallen asleep. He slowly turned around and was met with a whole camp of Mexicans holding him to gunpoint halfway out of an outhouse that he was never heard of. Oh crap. There's Buddy yelling at me again to do the dishes after all. Until next time, Bill Jackson. Dear Journal, I can't believe it's been 12 years since I wrote in here. I thought I would never see my journal again when that bear was. Well, that's a story for another time. The only thing people are talking about here up north is California gold rush. I'm traveling up through Colorado to see some family moving to Utah. Every letter I get from Cousin Kent talks about them moving and hoping to settle down so they can lay out some of those 49ers. Those people traveling across the country to get a piece of all that golden land California has to offer. Throughout my travels so far, there have been some pretty weird things. There are these people, the Mormons, and they're pretty different from most people down south in Texas. They've been kicked out of New York and Ohio and Missouri and Illinois. So now it seems that they're trying to form their own place up in Utah. They must have a lot of faith in what they're doing to travel so far, like into that relatively unknown. There are so many crazy and wild stories about California. There's people of all kinds of places there, from what I hear. There are runaway slaves from the South, Native Americans, New Englanders, Polynesian people, both from Germany, France, Chile, Italy, Ireland, Australia, and China. Thinking about all these people in one place makes me wonder. Some of the more interesting immigrants are the Chinese. Word is they work long days and for cheap, and the white settlers up there don't mind that. But they do mind the Chinese take gold mine land. The whole situation is in constant debate. All these things are pretty crazy, but I don't think it will stop people from coming up north to California and Utah or anywhere up here. But I do know it's colder up here than 20 feet underground back home in Texas. Shoot, Callie's calling me again. What will it be this time? So long, Joe.